What is going on, guys? We are back, and this is going to be a bit of a roundup of the first season with Man United that we did start in the beta of FM26, and you see, this is how it came to an end. We got sacked for an eighth place finish in the Premier League, which not terrible season. And I was in a position, mind you, like you haven't been seeing uploads. I don't even know. It's maybe a couple of weeks, whatever it's been. But obviously, the series. I haven't been consistent in recent years. With other things in life. More becoming a priority, so hadn't been as consistent with videos, not to mention there wasn't an FM25, so that contributed to that as well. Not a new game to make videos on, but anyway, and let's not mention like the game is still I'm still processing. I'm not really thinking about what other people think of the game, like reviews and all that, all the negative videos. But I'm just trying to find my way through the game. You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll give a little bit of a review. Like it came up to like the last game of the season as well. So sack looms with Brighton, and we didn't lose the game. Okay, where are we for a second? Yeah, we got sacked. Cool. Manchester United. All right. Man United. So there's still a few things like that. Premier League. There we are. That was the last game of the season. It was a 1-1 result, which not terrible, away from home against Brighton, who were honestly they had that average season. We finished 8th. I feel like 8th for Manchester United, or in the past, Man United, that's a sackable offence. I like how I said that, a sackable offence. But anyway, can we click on the players here? Yeah. We'll go through a bit of just statistics, I guess. Selection info, you can do that. So you can see how the season kind of played out stats wise. Sesko, pretty good goal scoring season. Obviously, Højlund, he was out on loan, and he's devastated. But good old Rasmus. But that's what the season really looked like. Other goal scorers, Bruno Fernandes, pretty poor average rating considering he put 18 goals into the back of the net. That's a bit interesting. I thought he was actually pretty solid. There was some games where I realized, wait, he didn't get over a 7 rating for that. He scores a goal. Still not enough for the Football Manager algorithms or whatever you want to call it. But I wasn't going to make this video too long. But it does beg the question. I'll just go through all the messages. Let me know what you think. Maybe you think it's fair. 8th, not good enough for Man United. But not enough time to implement my strategies, I guess. And I suppose we'll go back. One of the signings, and I think maybe it was the last episode, so I can't really remember at this point. We'll go to the senior players. The striker we brought in. Esposito, who I was pretty happy with bringing him in, as a wonder kid. When I mentioned, I think it was in the last episode, I thought, it would be notable bringing in a wonder kid. And he might turn out to be good. I don't know. See, I haven't played another save in this year's game in FM26, so there's still a lot for me to work out. With the game, I wasn't too disappointed with the season. I think 8th Man United in their current state, and considering you brought in a couple players, I think that's probably right. But the expectations didn't quite line up with that, to be honest. So you might be wondering, I beat Liverpool. We had some good results, and the finish to the season, you might say, oh, you lost against Hull, but if we go into that result right there, see what I mentioned about Bruno Fernandes, pretty solid. But we'll go back, and believe it or not, Hull just went on a run. They went all the way and beat Newcastle. So I thought we'd focus on that a little bit. if we go to fixtures, again, I feel like there's a long way around. There we go. Newcastle. See, Quinton Timber. Let's go back. Yeah, obviously Bruno, he took a fair amount of penalties. So that was pretty... Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. But semi-final... Like, I thought that was a decent achievement. Getting to the semi-final... And sure, 8th in the Premier League wasn't the greatest, but after that, we beat Liverpool. Like, we're unbeaten for the next 4 games. Like, maybe a win against Brighton. It's like that single result. It's an interest. But see, I wasn't going to continue doing this save anyway, so that's why I'm maybe a bit more relaxed about it. Because, yeah, I took a break from the videos, as I said, for personal reasons and work life and all that kind of stuff. But... yeah, it was disappointing to see that was the end, that it was, yeah, as I said, a sackable offence. I think it wasn't a terrible season. It most definitely could have been worse. But anyway, back on that conversation, if you're wondering about the videos, I don't think I can do a series, to be honest. Like, if my Man United series can't get, like, I showed that in the first episode. I think it was the one, yeah, we did in FM20, or not 20, FM15. I can't believe it was that long ago. Yeah, that was probably, yeah, one of the most viewed FM series if you look at the numbers of it, looking back. But... yeah, for Man United series can't trigger that back for me. I might just do some little like tip videos, maybe do a bit on tactics. But I'll say that this is like a fresh new game to me. I'm far from the expert. But yeah, I'm just going to try and do what I can content-wise. Even videos that I get in my recommended aren't even a save, like a series of a save. They're like these experiments and they look interesting off the thumbnails, I'll just say that. But yeah. I'm definitely going to try and do something through December as we enter December, but yeah, that came to my mind. I might maybe experiment some tactics and yeah, so just to show they don't need to be perfect, but yeah, just see what. So you can tell I'm kind of, yeah, I almost, if the save type series aren't gonna really be notable, is like, yeah, what do I have left with my FM content? You know, because I always love doing that, to be honest. And yeah, maybe I'll start with a Man United one and then I'll do another one later. But yeah, I'm not really sure how much interest another like save. I'm not even sure who to go for. Yeah, you can tell I'm kind of that. Maybe that's why, yeah, I stopped making videos for another little period here. It's like, I'm not sure what to do or what people want to see from me anymore when it comes to it. I don't mean to make that sound a little depressing or sad, but it's, yeah, like once upon a time we were really grinding a lot with doing series. Like I was doing daily episodes. Yeah, it was a good time, but yeah, I see, because I want to make FM videos because I've made them for such a long time, you know. If you look back, yeah, from like FM13, FM14, before maybe making FM videos was a thing or was cool. Yeah, I kind of have that in my Twitter description. Yeah, started before making FM videos was cool, but like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just speaking off the top of my head a little bit. So we'll see what we'll do next. As I said, dedicating that time and effort to a FM series, which, you know, a lot of time does go into. I might just instead maybe just do some tip videos, tactic videos, like, yeah, rate tactics or judge tactics, or yeah, let's see how they perform in my saves. And yeah, I'll just try and keep it simple, not do anything too crazy. But yeah, we'll see how that goes anyway. If you got any recommendations, let me know. But yeah, I've got a new, obviously you're not seeing it because I don't do the whole, face cam and stunned mullet face in thumbnails. Just I got like a little studio of recording, not just for recording, but yeah, work stuff I do on my computer, and some other projects I do. So it's in just like a new fresh room for me. So yeah, it's pretty chill where I do a few things on the computer, you know, in terms of projects. So yeah, it's like I want to do. I'm like, oh, I want to do something FM related now. So yeah, hope you don't mind me just going off the top of my head what I'm feeling. But yeah, I'm always a FM lover. I've been playing FM for a really long time since I was a teenager. So it's always let me know if you feel this. Like it's an instinct. It's an instinct to just load up Football Manager and play it because you have for so long. Even if this year there's a lot to complain about or there's a lot to get used to, but that FM instinct to load up and play a save is still there. You know what I mean? So that might come out. I'm like saying, oh, maybe a save, might not work for me anymore. But I might have that instinct too. But I have an idea, of what I do want to do. I touched on it a little bit. I'll give some reviews of tactics, but just to keep it simple and maybe time effective type content, I'll say. I just want to give that point across as well. Like my instinct, like you might relate to that if you played FM for years. It's like it's just part of your daily routine. Maybe not daily, but you know what I mean. A game you play pretty regularly. So it's always that. It's kind of an instinct, a habit to play Football Manager. So that's why you always probably find me coming back to it, even, if there's not so much crazy response to my videos. But, as I said, we were here grinding when there wasn't too many people doing that stuff. But, I always will have that instinct to play Football Manager. And I guess because I have for the longest time, record myself while I do so. So, you'll never see me give it up completely, even if I need to take breaks. I'll have that instinct bringing me back to it. So, as I said, my content, it's not going to be copied and pasted, I guess you can say, from everyone else. As I said, like with the face cam stuff, I guess because I do have other projects where I am a bit more shown on camera. So, FM stuff is just, proper gaming OG style videos. So I'm going to leave it there anyway. As I said, want to explain my perspective. And hopefully some of you out there understand it. I think if you're a long-term viewer of mine, you kind of get how I'm like. So probably won't be too shocked. But if you're new, just want to explain things a bit. But we'll see what FM content is going to come next through a few ideas out there. But whatever's going to feel natural to me on the day. We'll start some newer videos. I would love to see any support, as that always helps. As I said, trying to get back in the FM algorithms. It can be proved to be a tricky task. But as I said, if a Man United series can't do it, I'm like, oh, what is going to do it? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. As I said, look out for some new videos coming out for FM26, obviously we're not going to continue this one. Number one, because we got sacked and it was a beta save, so there's not much to go on from now, especially after the sacking that was completely deserved. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts and I'll see you in another video.